featured in this video are listed on my Etsy shop, link below. Come in. What brings you to my shop on this hot summer's day? You're looking for a gift for someone special? Or perhaps just a treat for yourself? Well, you're in luck. Just this morning I completed my summer range. It's a small handmade selection by myself. If you have some time, we could go over them together and see if anything piques your interest. Now, could I get you something to drink? I've just made a batch of brown sugar iced lattes. If you'd like one, it's quite refreshing. I hope you don't mind the fan. I find it can get quite hot in the shop, and I like to stay nice and cool. Just let me know if it gets too cold and I can move it for you. Here I have my double espresso brown sugar iced latte with some ice cubes, of course, and this lovely metallic rainbow straw in this little glass with this almost diamond shape at the bottom. It looks small, but it fits quite a lot inside. I'll set it just here for you to enjoy at your leisure. Now, I suppose we ought to take a look at the items in question. I only have 4 so far to show you. I like to take my time with a creative process and only work in small batches of each item at a time. So be quick, they can sell out quickly. Up first, we have this summer fridge magnet set. As you can see, they're quite glossy, and this is achieved using UV resin. I'll let you take a closer look. Now, in the top corner here, we have this nasturtium leaf with a little raindrop at its center. I had a big garden growing up, and my fondest memories were looking for frogs right after the rain, and my grandmother grew a lot of rhubarb and nasturtium was everywhere. These large circular leaves after the rain, the little droplets always collect in the center because the leaves form almost a bowl shape, and I just thought it was so beautiful, like a little drinking pool for fairies. Next we have this little strawberry. Ooh, matches my nails, and it's sort of a faded strawberry red into a paler pink at the top, coming towards these little leaves and the stem. You can see closer, the seeds are hand painted on by myself in little flecks of gold. There's something about fresh fruit this time of year. I love to pick berries in the summer. All the local farms seem to set up little events, and it makes for a lovely day out when you have the right weather. As you can see, I quite like strawberries. My strawberry nails and my little strawberry earrings as well. Now let's see, next we have a little leaf at the bottom, sort of a heart-shaped leaf, and nestled on it rests this little teeny tiny ladybird, taking some rest from a hard day of foraging and hunting aphids. I always think of my childhood when I think of ladybirds as well. After school I would go out looking for chamomile, which I would pick to make homemade. And she always told me to try to smell the chamomile on the wind, and where there's chamomile, there's ladybirds. I don't know if this is true or an old wives' tale, but I did often find them there, so perhaps it is true. Let's see. And then the last of this summer set is this little toadstool. Again, lovely and glossy, almost with the appearance of a sweet or candy. It has a white stem with a slight brown gradient around the frills here. A lovely little red spotted cap as well. Now, the magnets on each are quite strong and sturdy. I'll show you what it looks like on the back. Each of them has this little disc magnet, quite thick, and able to hold quite a lot. So you could put your family photos or your weekly shopping list or menu for the week, and probably quite a few sheets of paper, and it would hold it no problem. The magnets are the same. The magnets are the same on each of them, and though they look small, they are mighty. I like to call this set my summer garden collection. Each has quite nostalgic personal memories attached from the long summer days in my garden as a child. will bring the same joy to someone else as well. I always believe if you create something that you truly enjoy, it comes through in the creative process, and I took so much enjoyment from making these. What do you think? Is it something you could see in your home? Do you have a fridge that you can put magnets on? You could also use a microwave for your oven door, perhaps. Some customers have also used them to adorn their laptops. Just so long as you're careful when you're opening and closing it, I think they should be fine. What else? A mirror, maybe? If it has a metal backing. Anything you can imagine, really. These would add a lovely little whimsical touch to. It's very fairy garden as well. Fairycore. You know that new aesthetic everyone's talking about on TikTok? Shall I put these in the yes pile or the no pile? Okay. I'll set them just here. Now, let's move on to another little set. Let's see if I can hold these okay. So, it might be a little harder to show these to you. These tiny little ghosties. Now, as you can see, there's 3 little ghostlets. They're very new to the ghost game, so they are quite small. They are unidentical triplets, and they are ready for their celebration of Summerween. Are you familiar? Well, I believe it was made popular by a show called Gravity Falls. Excellent animated show. And it is a celebration of Halloween in the summer, if you just can't wait till October. And as you can see, we're holding something. Now, they would sit just like this in a row on a bookshelf or display cabinet, anywhere that you like to decorate. And each of them is holding something different. I'll let you take a look at them individually. First, we have this little ghostie. As you can see, he's gotten his sheet quite muddy around the trail, probably from frolicking in the woods. And as you see in his little hand, he has this black ice cream cone with little sprinkles of purple and orange. He has a bit of a curve at the back, which gives him this sweet appearance of looking up at you with his little hopeful eyes. See, this one would stand on either the left or the right, and in the center sits this little one. Again, equally dirty sheets. And in his little hands, this one holds his item with both hands. is a carved watermelon or a jack-o'-melon, as you might call it. These are sort of a stand-in for pumpkins during Summerween, and it ties in the summer with the Halloween festivities beautifully. Isn't that sweet? Let's see here. And the last of the triplets, arguably my favorite, is this little one. As you can see, he has an ice lolly or popsicle, and it is a candy corn flavor with a tiny, tiny, tiny little stick that he holds on to. Yellow, orange, and white at the top. I like to imagine that it's flavored lemon, orange, and vanilla or coconut, perhaps. Nice and refreshing for a day of mischief and adventure in the summer. Now I have another magnet to show you. This one is not a set, but it is a bit more detailed. I'll bring it closer. Now, as you can see, it is this little fairy door, which again is very nostalgic to my childhood, and I'm sure to many. It has a hand-poked moss frame and floor, which I achieved with a sewing needle. Take a look. There's also 1, 2, 3 tiny little toadstools that sit on either side. The door itself has a wood grain texture with a gold round doorknob, green branch wreath decorates the center, and these cute little chicken of the wood mushrooms on this side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These took longer to make, so I thought I would sell them individually. Though I would say they complement the summer garden set excellently if you are interested in purchasing both. Let's see. I only have one item left to show you. It feels strange to have so little in stock, but I took my time creating these, and I'm quite new to the art of clay, so I'm learning as I go, and part of that is taking my time as well. I hope you don't mind. So, at first glance, it just appears to be a mushroom. As you can see, it's very glassy. It almost looks like a boiled sweet or blown glass. but it's made at the top. The cap here is made from polymer clay and then again glazed with resin, which gives it this wonderful, hard, shiny surface, and it makes it far more durable and resistant to breakage, as with all of my items. Now, you might think this is simply an ornament, but as you can hear, there's something inside. The stem has this paper frill texture, which adds a little bit of interest to it. And let's see what's inside. The inside of the cap is painted in sort of a gradient of brown, in keeping with the mushroomy aesthetic. And here, inside the stem, you can see a little frog is peeking out. Now, there are some other things in here as well. Let's start with him. Now, he is a very small little nugget of a frog. Just a little green blob, really, but he is so full of life and character. He has a little hair on his head. Where did that come from? No. So you can see he's very minute, with his little feet and hands, and his little face, and blushy cheeks. You can pat his little head. For luck, if you are in need of extra fortune, say you have borrowed money from the wrong people, joined a gang, your life just isn't heading in the direction that you hoped, or you're making a dish that you're not particularly skilled at making, simply turn him around. As you can see, he has a very small little blushy butt. Simply once on each of his cheeks, and it will bring you excellent fortune, I guarantee. Now, let's see what else was in the little box. We have 4 tiny items which I can show you. It's hard to see at this angle. First, we have a tiny pumpkin in this faint orange color, and a light woody brown curved stem. Next, we have a little piece of mistletoe with 3 little white and gold berries and 2 leaves. Then we have a tiny leaf in this rich grassy green. And finally, a tiny strawberry. Again with this gradient of color from red to pink, golden seeds and green leaves at the top. Now you might be wondering what all of these have to do with one another, so let me show you. You take the little mushroom stem, place the lid on top, just like this. Now, you can't necessarily tell just by looking at it, but they're magnetic. He sits right on the top. You can turn him upside down and shake him all around and he won't come off. You can see him from the back. He sits with his little butt very comfortably on his perch. Now, it's quite a strong magnet. You could hold the weight of the whole box by your little froggy companion if you would like. But I wouldn't recommend it if you fill the box with something heavy he might struggle to carry. He is an excellent guardian for any hidden treasures you might wish to conceal in here, because many might not think anything fits inside. To the unobservant eye, this might appear to be a decorative item, when in fact you could hide just about anything inside. Jewelry, sweets, evidence, whatever your heart desires, and all he asks for in return for keeping your secret is that you keep him up to date with all of the latest froggy fashion for each season. Starting off in spring, you could take a leaf, just like so, and place it upon his head, which is so popular for spring fashion amongst frogs. As you can see, the hat is also magnetic and you need not worry about it easily coming off. It adds a wonderful earthy charm to his spring wardrobe and will make him the talk of springtime picnics and public gatherings. Next, we have a strawberry for summer. Here we go. Now, so you can see this is more of a statement piece, certain to turn some heads wearing this, which is exactly what he wants in the summer when he's feeling his most confident. This is said to attract many a companion and has been featured just this year on the cover of Forbes magazine. Next we have autumn fashion, which, as you can see, is this very dashing pumpkin. Again, quite a statement. It shows confidence and whimsy, like he's ready to dance and frolic in the woods with you. Just absolutely perfect for the cooler nights of the autumn, as it will keep his little head that little bit more warm, and it doubles as an excellent soup ingredient should hunger strike. Next, we move on to winter fashion. This lovely little piece of mistletoe, perfect for the winter and Christmas. Again, keep him warm, all the while offering far more opportunities for a kiss, as he is always armed with mistletoe. Now, how do you feel about this little froggy companion? Pat his tiny little head and poke his little butt. Hard to beat. Well, I suppose I'll set him down here. Have you made a decision on which items you're definitely taking with you today? Very good decision. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm so glad you like them. Well, why don't you sit tight and I'll wrap them up for you. Okay. Set these back here, just like so. And in comes Mr. Frog, safe and sound, hibernating until he is called upon. Let's see, put that there, and set these there. I'm going to put this little scent in one of our bags. Keep it nice and safe. Tighten the drawstring. Then it's ready. which I will cut the length from. To tie around your parcel. Handmade, of course. You flip it over. Flip it over just like so. Then, just very simply, tighten the twine into a tiny little bow. Simple, just like this. Set this one aside. And we can wrap the next one. Again, fit it into this little gift bag. Take a sheet of paper. And there you have it. Your little package all ready for you to take home. I don't have any bags in stock, I'm afraid, but I see you have a tote bag with you. This should fit in just perfectly. Thank you so much for coming into my little shop today. It was so nice to have someone to talk to. It's been quite a quiet day today with the sun and the ice cream shop opening. So I really enjoyed our little chat. I have your parcel all ready for you. Just be careful not to get it wet. Do you have far to go? No? I would strongly recommend that you check out the other shops on the street before you head home. Just be careful of all of the seagulls. There's a really delicious strawberry creme brulee ice cream that's on special today. If you find yourself in the mood for ice cream, I'd also recommend the bakery, just 2 shops over. They do these pistachio croissants. Thing of beauty, they are excellent with coffee as well. Well, take care of yourself. Here's your parcel. Fit in there? Perfect. And I hope to see you soon.